Now, a really common concern for people is what happens if a few of your fish eat all your food and then a few of the fish never seem to get the food. Now, the answer to that is, number one, what sort of food are you feeding? If you're feeding super high quality food like New Life Spectrum, where the absorption rate is balanced with the nutrients, then in general, there's no major problem. So you can have several fish eat all the food and then just magically the other fish maintain body weight, look healthy and happy and so forth. Now, if you feed cheaper foods, or you feed specialized foods like just vegetarian or just protein foods, then this can be a problem, because what will happen is various fish eat all the foods, then they produce waste. Then if you're feeding, for example, bloodworms, the waste is going to totally lack vitamins. So the fish that eat the waste are going to be lacking vitamins. If you're feeding mainly green stuffs, then the fish that eat the waste may be lacking other issues like protein, for example. If you're feeding a super high quality food which is set at absorption rate, then it's very common that the rest of the fish in the aquarium are magically healthy and happy all the time with nice bellies. It's really important the fish's bellies are not too fat, but at the same time are not too thin. You've got to monitor the bellies of the fish and be aware of what you're feeding them. And if you're feeding super high quality foods, don't stress out if some of the fish are not eating the food. But if you notice the fish getting super thin, or if you notice any health issues with the fish, then you do have to stress out. You do need to go to links to make sure those fish are getting fed. Maybe put wafers in there or mix up the food or do something to make sure the other ones are eating. So over time, as in weeks, if you notice the fish getting skinny, if you notice them losing condition, then the fact they're not eating is a major problem. But if you're feeding super high quality foods and magically the fish that are not eating seem to be perfectly healthy and seem to be perfectly in good condition, then you don't really have to worry about it. Because if the nutrients going into the fish are perfectly balanced, then the nutrients going out of the fish is likely to be quite balanced, and then you are unlikely to have a problem. So this is not one size fits all advice. This is watch your fish. If they look healthy and happy and they're not losing condition, you got nothing to worry about. If they are, then you do have something to worry about. Anyway, if you've got any comments on this subject, then put a little note at the bottom of this video. It's really the results that matter, not so much the way you think it should be.